Hey y'all, welcome back to Cal's Hog Shop. I want to show you what's going on here in the shop today. We're going to be working on this 1942 WL, and we got a carburetor back. We're going to show you the carb. We just got this back from B&B Racing. B&B Racing is located in Metairie, Louisiana. They just rebuilt this shovel head motor for me too. Big shout out to Billy and the boys there at B&B Racing. Thank you guys so much for always helping me out here at Cal's Hog Shop. This is a Linkart 88. It's been rebuilt by B&B Racing. There's my parts that were in it. You can see the old brass float, and there's the screen and stuff that was in the carburetor. And here's their information. B&B Racing, they're in 109 North Woodlawn in Metairie, Louisiana. And their phone number is 504-831-4522. Yeah, 504-831-4522. Talk to Billy over there. For any of your old shovel head and flathead needs, he is the guy. So, they just shipped this back to me. They did a wonderful job. It absolutely looks perfect. So, we're going to be installing this on this flathead. I want to show you some other parts that we got back from Al's Plating too in Fort Worth, Texas. Let me grab their card so I can show you who they are. Al's Plating in Fort Worth, Texas. Al's Plating. I had this sissy bar done for the shovel head, and I had these drag pipes re-chromed. The old squish pipe right there. And that's Al's Plating in Fort Worth, Texas. And their phone number is 817-921-2679. That's the office number there. You can talk to James or Daryl at Al's Plating. And that sissy bar is for the chopper here. Anyway, let's show you what we're doing today. Got some other guys that I want a big shout out to. I want to say hello to Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain Motorcycle is in Durango, Colorado. Their phone number is 970-903-1960. Also, big shout out to Big T Vintage Transmission Repair. Thomas Romer, he's there in Belton, Texas, man. He's been going through some medical stuff. I just wanted to shout out to him and say, get better. And he also built the transmission in this 45. Their phone number is 254-939-8095. And the transmission right here on this flathead that Thomas redid, right down there. I had installed it on an earlier video that you guys saw here on Cal's Hog Shop. We got another flathead motor back here. This is a 1961 flathead motor right here, and we're going to be sending this one off to B&B to get redone too. All the jugs and the heads are all in here, ready to go. And this transmission too, so there's a 3-speed right there. It also got a frame from Terry Dietz, Brother Terry, Cherokee chapter of the AMCA, located me a 45 flathead frame. So we'll be picking that one up there at the Texas Fandango. Some of our events we have coming up are Nitty Gritty Chopper City coming up here in March. And first part of April, we've got the Texas Fandango put on by the Cherokee chapter of the AMCA. A lot of stuff happened this year, so we're just kind of getting geared up, getting ready to go for it. Also like to shout out to Cycle Parts Plus. Cycle Parts Plus here in Fort Worth, Texas. They've got an amazing selection of older Harley Davidson and all kinds of motorcycle parts there in Fort Worth. Cycle Parts Plus, you should use motorcycles. They're at 817-332-9820. So hey, there's some info for you. I just wanted to show you what we're going to be doing here with this flathead. Yeah, my brother Eric Vaughn took the carburetor off. Destroyer Garage, Houston, Texas. Big shout out to, hey Eric, what's going on? He took the carb off, so I'm gonna have to look at these bolts. This little bracket here, this is what holds the carburetor. The air cleaner. And I know that bolt goes with this. It's a little Phillips headed. So it'll go in that. So I know what that's for. There's another, like a retainer clip here that bolts on. Once you get the carburetor on, and you bend them little tabs over, we'll figure out, I'm sure it's these two small bolts right here. I mean, probably these two long ones. So we're gonna look at the carburetor here and figure out which ones go where. I know these 3 bolts here, go through the intake here. And then of course there's the throttle cable. Someone's on the phone. So that's what we're gonna be figuring out. I just cleaned this stuff up last night. Took a brass brush to it, cleaned it all up. I think it looks pretty good. It was pretty dirty. Drained the fuel out of the tank. I had gas everywhere here because I forgot it was flowing, and so I drained pretty much all the fuel out. It still looks pretty good and clean in there. Let me get my flashlight. I can show you what's kind of going on inside. Yeah, looks pretty clean. There's the the stopper that stops the fuel from going down this brass rod. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 45 flatheads. This side is the gas tank. This side over here is the oil tank. I have it set off here. I can show you that. You guys aren't used to the oil being up by the gas tank, but here's a set of tanks right up here. The gas tank actually goes clear on the inside of the oil tank. Let me set this camera up here for a minute here, and I can pull one of these out of here to kind of show you. I think these are off a Serve car. That's where I think these were off of. But they're kind of unique. Anytime you see that, this is the gas tank. You're like, well, that's not a very big gas tank, but it goes clear inside the oil tank. You see how that fits together? Isn't that bizarre? That this is the gas. The left on these are the gas tanks, and you can see how it goes clear into the oil bag. It's kind of unique, huh? But that's what's on this flathead. So I cleaned the tank out, and we got a bunch of straight 50 we're going to be running in this. So we got some new oil for it, and we're going to position this camera somewhere. Maybe I can do it and show you what's going on. Maybe I can put it over here on the stand over here. I wish I could flip it around, but I don't know how to do that. It's just not very friendly. But anyway, we're just gonna let this roll. We got about 8 minutes on here, and hopefully you can see me where I'm at. We'll set that right there. Okay, hey, what's up? So anyway, I gotta figure out where these bolts came out of. Brother Eric Vaughn took this off. Why do we have 2 long ones and 2 short ones? 2 short ones and 1 long one. It looks like I'm gonna put the long one in the top, I guess. Here's our carb. And we'll look and see how this goes right now. It bolts in from the other side. I don't know how much thread we've got here. Let me see. I think, as long as I have enough clearance, the way this is this is going to thread in there's the metering rod right here that goes through. It's drilled and tapped clear through. What I don't want to do is this bolt just go in too deep, and really I don't like the way this bolt is in here. See, that's not going to work. It's weird that there's 1 long and 2 short. So we'll figure that out. I'm going to put definitely a short one in the top, and this longer one, it can run through the bottom. I'm kind of okay with that. So we're gonna put a short one in the top. We have a gasket in here, and I'm sure I can get the throttle cable back through this and on there. The gas line is down here too. Oh, I needed to show you guys that too. On these 45 flatheads, there's a fuel filter, and they're kind of sensitive. The floats are. If you don't have this little bend in the gas line with the fuel filter, it actually gets so much fuel that it'll actually, I think it blows by actually the little, you know, it won't flow right. I'll show you that. Down here too. It's in here in the box. This is the little, let me show you the little fuel filter that goes on there. Of course, your line goes on here, and this fuel filter, I believe, yeah, it's gonna go on right here, like this. So it threads in right there. I'll probably put a little bit of maybe tough tape or like a thread sealant on this. And there's a filter inside of this. I want to show you guys that. So if you know, with these old flatheads, this is a Linkart 88, and this cap unscrews like that. So he's rebuilt this. He put a new cork in there. Okay, so there's a cork on the top of the cap, and then there's the filter, then there's a cork on the bottom. And here's the little screen filter that goes in there. So it rides in there like that. This goes on top, threads on, and then the line down here, let me hold this for you so you can see it. Gas line comes, of course, out of the bottom of the tank, right here. Okay, and this is where your shut off is, right here. This is on, and this is off. And this is how I drained a bunch of gas on the floor the other day. I had a pan down here, and I pretty much filled the whole shop full of gas, yeah. So I need to pull this off. But here's the line. It's got this little sharp roll to it. It comes down, and the line, and then it's gonna go into this filter here. The filter right here. It's gonna go on there on the carburetor. So I wanted to show you all that. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of plug away here. I'm gonna put the carburetor on and figure out where all these little tabs and bolts go when you lock it down, and I'll check back in with you later when we're gonna tune this. We're gonna tune the carburetor, and I'll show you the old manuals that I have on how to tune these. I have one of the original manuals and stuff up here for 45 flatheads. This is a great service manual right here. So that just shut off because my battery's getting low. This 45 flathead manual is a great manual. This WLA Army, this is what the Army issue. It's been some of the other diagrams in here that aren't in there that have helped me tremendously, especially on parts where you don't know quite how they went back together. And this one here is really good because it's just spare parts. This came out in 1950, but these all are pretty much the same from the motors and stuff are from I think it was 37 to like 1973 or something like that. It's the longest running production motor that Harley had was the 45 flathead. They call it a 45 because it's 45 cubic inch. It's 750 cc is what these were. But this is a great book here. All the parts, even stuff for served cars and everything are in this book. Even there's the rear end for a served car with all the parts and all the part numbers, even down to the wiring. So this book here, if you guys see this book and you're working on 45 flatheads, this is a good one just to know what the part number is. And also 45 restoration. I have a book of theirs at the shop. A lot of stuff we get for these flatheads comes from 45 restoration, and they can source it too. They have a lot of stuff there, so they're always one of my go-to people for these old antique flathead motors. But anyway, just saying goodbye now from Tal's Hog Shop. Keep in tune, man. Push that follow, hit that like, man. And I'll check back with y'all later.